Hey guys, Laz here again today. Finally another figure review after like what, a month or two? And yeah, you can see who it is. Or if for those of you who have a trend I recognize, this is a third party, yes, my first ever third party figure, Transformers figure. And it's starting with Arcee. At least she's the one that came in first in the mail for me. So yeah. So let's push her out of the way for now. Let's look at the box. Let's look at this box right here, where you can clearly tell the marketing. It's right there. Let's look at the side. Her in robot mode with her weapon. Sorry with the whole thing with the lighting. That's just how it is. I'm going to just work with it. And here we got the back. Now I can't read any of this, but it's just showing that she's got different modes to work with. She's got different accessories, different hands, obviously, for her to hold certain weapons. All this mumbo jumbo down here that I just cannot read for the life of me. And here she is in car mode. EX01 big Firebird toy, NICEE. So let me move the box out of the way. Get through the car, after the figure in car mode. So that's her right there. A stylized, borderline anime version of Arcee. And if I flip it up, yes, questionable material here, but ignore all that. It's your typical Arcee transformation where it's just kind of her body being under. And I don't know, it rolls pretty damn well for what it is. It rolls really damn raw. But for me to show off most of the accessories, I gotta get it to robot mode. So yeah. Okay, to get it to robot mode, this was kind of easy. So what I'm gonna do first, what you're gonna want to do first is lift it back up a bit. And these are connected via tabs, so you can pull this out. It's hard to do on camera, unfortunately. So you can get it out from the other side because it's a tab. It's tabbed in. Okay, wait, let's see. Take it off the tab as well, and then there you go. I'm having a hard time, my bad. There we go. Okay. This will become a piece of accessory later on. There's the peg that gives the hint. Now, let's get it back together. So, unpeg her legs. Yes, her legs are like that, unfortunately. Gonna unpeg all of that. Fix those joints later. For now, we're gonna fix these joints later. Right now, we're just gonna unpeg these arms because they're pegged on the underside, like so. And it's hard to get them out, unfortunately. Or not. There we go. Got the pegs out, and we're just gonna readjust her arms out of the way. Readjust these wing-like parts. Put them out. Flip the wheels in, like so. It's gonna. And now at this point, it's just all about getting that body together. Ow! You know, I hurt myself by doing that, hitting a sharp angle. But yeah. Okay. And what we do next is we flip these bits out. We flip these little bits right here. There's gonna be joints. A pivot, now you're going to be flipping out, and now you're going to put the body like this. That's what I want you to do, but a few things you got to deal with first. One of them being this backpack. And if I recall correctly, you got to get the shoulders in like this first. Got to get all that together, all that situated. It looks like I am manhandling this figure, and to an extent I am, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just, it's not parts forming. It's not parts forming what I'm doing here. It is not parts forming. I'm just trying to, there we go. I'm going to get flagged for this video because just of the figurine and then the very nature of it. And then turn her head. That is a tight joint. You can hear that. And then It's all clockwork from there. Alright. Gotta do something real fast about that. There we go. There we go. Get her situated. I can't. It's hard to transform these after a while. Leave them in car mode. There we go. Okay. Got her in. Alright. And then what we do next is just this part right here. It's gotta be a thing. I don't think there's much else we can do with that. And you just have to prefer to the instructions because I'm not that good at transforming these things for the life of me. But yeah, I think that should be it. Honestly, that should be it. Then we're just gonna redo all these joints because yes, these joints exist. Yes, they're gonna become a pain later. She's got ball jointed hands. These are all super duper tight, which is a nice feeling. Joints are tight. Get those hip joints back in. Alright. Just gotta turn this one around. There we go. There. Get her ankles not twisted. And I get this together. Not too spread out. Okay. Hopefully. Do the same thing on the other side. This figure is going to raise a lot of eyebrows. That I know for sure. No matter who I'm talking to, because this is basically a robot with boobs. But, I mean, they kind of want to capture the whole waifuism thing of Arcee, and they honestly did that pretty well, in my opinion. Now, let's see if I can get this any lower, which I doubt. Wait, can this go down? Nope. Okay. This can go, however. Gotta get that in. Gotta get that lowered a bit. Lowered quite a bit. She's just gonna have a backpack at that point. That's just how it is. Then we can go back to here. Then just let these go. There we go. We got her in robot mode. Finally, after intensive labor, hopefully I can try to make her stand properly. Though it doesn't look like I can. At least not easily. Oh boy. That's fun. Okay. And she stand. Okay. Thank God she can stand now. Alright. We're done. You're done with that transformation, and you can really see the build of the figure. Now, besides the obvious bits that we know of, let's go with articulation real fast, because you saw most of it. So, of course, all these things can rotate and turn, so you can have her do that. So, with these little bits right here, make it look kind of flowy, it tries. Of course, you got the head rotation right here. Super duper tight, and it's on the ball joint. Ball joint's always good. You can also swirl that around, though it's tight on mine. And she does have a way to do an ab crunch, somewhat, or like a chest crunch, and lean back a bit. Of course, she's got the typical ball joints and shoulders. Rotation at the shoulders. A bend at the elbow. It's a mushroom joint for the shoulder, so no elbow rotation as far as I can tell. Of course, a prerequisite ball jointed wrist. You can see that ball joint right there. So yeah, that's for both arms, you know. And then of course, while I'm holding the figure, very awkward place, but if I hold her any other way, she's gonna drop. I'm gonna just set her down like that. So you can see that how she just has a massive backpack to work with. Alright. Now for legs. She could do spread. A really nice one, though. You got, because this is like a very posable one. You do got to be careful with the hip joints a little bit. There we go. She could get a decent spread. Decent, pretty well done. Like that. Get the hips like that. She's got, you know, the normal prerequisite leg movement and swivel the thigh. You got a knee bend that does not go that far. It looks like a piston right here. Though I think you cannot do a double. That's just as far as it can go, sadly. Like that. I don't want to break it. And the ankle and the heel you saw in transformation, but the ankle can also do a tilt and can move forward and back like that. All her joints, except for the ball joints in the head and the hands, are of die-cast metal, so she can hold her weight. Because die-cast parts are heavy and it's a lost art. But I'm pretty sure you saw the features on the box, so we'll start with one of them. Camera angles. Why you betray me? Then what you can do is give her like a larger skirt, kind of, by attaching these parts that are on ball joints onto here. No, they're not parts forming, don't worry. And yeah, there you go. Now she has a larger skirt to work with. Let's talk about accessories. She comes with an alternate head. Can I focus? Okay, yes. It's like a kind of a screaming face, somewhat, even so it's to be all anime-like. So comparing this with her normal face, so neutral expression in this. I don't know if I want to say the term without YouTube flagging me, even though I'm a small channel. And remember I said this comes into play. So this can act as her shield. So we just do it like this, I think. Hold on. There we go. This is her shield now. I don't want to hurt the figure. But, yeah. And apparently you can take this off somehow. Or, I don't think you can take it off directly, but you can do that with it. Oh, there. Excuse me as I drop it. There we go. And then we just put it on here. Like so. There you go. She's got a shield to work with. Which is making good use of car parts pretty much. And another one that we're going to have to do is, let me grab one of the hands for it. One of her, not trigger finger, her grabby hand for it. This one. Hold on. So, referring to the grabby hand I mentioned earlier, she comes with a sword, and she can, don't mind me about that, she can hold on to it by putting it onto this hand, and then you would want to swap the hands out. like so, because it's on a ball joint. Like this. There you go. Oops. Okay, it's a tight one. It's a tight fit, like many things in life. Alright, that's the best I can do. So now she's got sword and shield in hand. I can't get her to the best pose, my apologies. I got her into a decent pose. At least to where now she could be seen wielding it. This is a more combat oriented type of Arcee. So if we just take the whole hand out, right there. That's what the sword looks like, by the way. The point of the sword I'm worried about it breaking because it flexes quite a bit. So yeah. Now we take her right trigger hand, this one. She also has the left one to work with. And then you want to put her blaster on it. This thing is small. So what you want to do to attach it first is you want to split it apart from the bottom. Split the pink away from the white. Like so. Alright, there we go. You don't have to do it fully. So I could just get away with it being like that. And you slide the gun in. And there you go. That's what it should look like on the hand. So if you put it on her actual forearm, there we go. And now she's got a pistol ready in hand, ready to go, ready to fire. Now if you take off all these, and let me just remove that real fast. You know, just set a lighting now. I don't want her to topple and break. So while you look at the figure sitting down, there is a function with certain parts of the car. At least of the car mode anyways. So I'll be right back. Okay, so there's a little peg right here. That is because I removed this bit. So I have to cut to look at the actual instructions for it. And what you want to do is take out both hands. Now on the instructions itself, it's a little awkward. Because then what I want you to do is to take this tiny little piece, put it right around here. It's going to be hard. I'm just going to put it right here. It's going to be hard to get rid of. See if we do it like this. If not, let me look again. Because this one is pretty dang awkward to look at. Sorry, I'm kind of having a bit of a hard time. This. There we go. So it would have just pegged into here. What they want you to do is use her grab hand, her one grab hand, and just go like this with it. Which, it works, but I don't feel comfortable holding it like that. That's why, at least using the grab hand like it says, I'm just gonna angle it down and have it be more like that. But then again, I think I'd rather just have her trigger finger do that. Her good old trigger finger, like that. Let's put it like this, if it can fit, which it should fit. But it's being a butt right now, so it's probably not gonna fit. Probably left hand. We're doing a lot nicer. I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is just have it in an unnatural position where grabbing hand, but reverse. And then what you do next, after having this little assembly done, so you take these little parts right here, these ones. There we go. Then what you do next with it, I don't want it to fall, is you simply connect them together via the ball joint. Like that. And like that. There you go. That's to form a bow of sorts. So they have you hold it like this, but the way I do it, the hand is in an unnatural position. I think it's only meant for that one grabby hand. I do not know, but what I'm gonna try to do instead is take advantage of her left trigger hand. If I can. So I'm going to take advantage of that. Okay, there you go. Left trigger hand is holding it. And it's going to end up being like this, which is also unnatural. There are different ways of doing this, but yeah. I think something I could do to at least make it feel natural is just 2 right hands. Don't look nice, but it could end up being like that on the left hand. Although, I think just because I don't want it to look weird for me, I'm just going to do an unnatural placement of the left trigger hand. There we go, like that. Oh, whoops. Whoops, whoops, no, don't fall. I am not doing well, you guys, sorry. Put this down here. There you go. And then plug it to her left hand, if I can. Okay. Things are gonna have to happen here. Alright. So I'm coming to the realization that's specifically built for one hand. That's fun. That is fun. Okay. Okay. Apparently, she is right-handed. Okay. So, we're going to plug it into her right hand as the instructions say. On the ball joint like so. Don't want to break anything. There we go. Now it's in. Now it's in. I don't know why they want us to have it hold it like that. But I think I'm just going to follow it. Just because they know what to do with the toy. I don't. It just looks incredibly awkward, and I might even break that thumb if I do. So no. Let me just there we go. Let me just twist that. Twist her hand unnaturally. There we go. You got a bow. At least I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be like a true Cybertronian type of bow right here. And, yeah. Now what they want you to do with the other hand, or her arm kind of goes flimsy when you do that. What they want you to do is hold it like this, or pop the ball joint off, yes. Plug it back in. This thing wants to fight with me on camera. Alright, so what they want you to do is turn the arm around, hold about like this, bow in hand, and put this together, and we take the arrow piece, or the arrow accessory, like, oh my god, this thing wants to fight with me, on camera of course, okay. Fun. You know what? I'm gonna just cut right here real fast. Okay, let's try this again. And right there. That's a lot more painful than it looks for us and me. It's one of the things I don't like too much about it, how finicky especially this particular process gets. But yeah. So they want you to have the arm stick out like that. It's going to get it to a balanced position with her feet. Though weight balance is not going to agree with me here. Let me see. Done. My desk is also pretty uneven, so there's that. Now, what it wants us to do next is to try to have this piece right here go behind it, like that. But that's going to be awkward. So, however, it's easy just to hold it with your left trigger hand and plug it like so. Then you just have to angle it in a way, I guess, behind the arm to make it look like she is actually priming this thing like a bow and arrow. But that looks incredibly weird. Maybe if I put it behind, Hopefully if I put it behind. Yeah, no, I can't make it work. You know what? I'll just pause the camera until I get it to work. Alright, I think I got it to work. It doesn't look that great. Like, that's just because of the way I positioned it, but that's the best I can honestly do with her. But, yeah. This particular Arcee has a bow and arrow feature, which is honestly pretty neat in my opinion. Would I probably be displaying her like this? Maybe. If you look, I put the alternate head, but yeah, honestly, I might keep her like this, but I'm gonna do a few more things for this review just to make it seem a bit more fair. And also, there's an accessory of sorts that I do have to cover. Here's the pistol if you guys want to see it again though. Now we move on to the final two accessories before we do size comparison. Okay, so the final accessory I have to talk about is a bit of a choice one, and probably just explains the look of the figure, how it just generally looks a lot more anatomically accurate. And for instructions looking at it, there is one more accessory, and notice her chest. Well, we have a squishy squish version. We have a squishy soft version, which yeah, big Firebird knew the marketing. So how they show you how to do it is you gotta pull everything up with the chest in a way. Kind of hard for me to do it. Okay, there we go. So you gotta pull it out like that. Then what you want to do is take this out like so. There you go. There's the plastic chest. And now we can give her these squishables, which just plop in like that. And now, showing here, her chest is squishy. Squishy, squish. I'm just saying, because the material is like that. And then I get the marketing for it, and I think it worked well on their end. Just, yeah. Let me see if I can fix that. And there you go, yeah. There you go. Squish, squish. That's kind of the point of this figure. Honestly, it's supposed to look hot. Because, I mean, just look at all that detail she's got on her. Besides the human-like anatomy on this Arcee figure, the robot, along with the anime face, which is the Hegao one. You know, all the details in the back, minus, you know, the obvious car parts. There's a bunch of high quality detail, quote unquote, on this figure. But yeah, I basically reviewed most of it. But there is one more thing I had to show you is they had a lot of fun with her. They had a lot of fun. And here's with the car mode and the figure in its art style. They had a lot of fun with it. But now we gotta do size comparisons. Not the kind of size comparisons you're thinking of, like actual height. Let's go do that. Alright, so to give a pretty vague idea of size comparison, let's put Arcee with Lita 1. Who's we're looking for, but yeah, there you go. The Lita 1 is a Voyager class, so Arcee is Voyager class sized, which, for those of you who want the exact measurements, that's about like a good 7 inches, maybe 6, 7. Pretty tall. That's pretty tall. But then again, she is far more posable than Lita 1 is. Has a lot more detail, a lot more die cast on her, versus her being plastic. However, she is not as easy to transform, I will say. She is a bit more difficult, but that's just because she is a masterpiece style, and I can't fault that. I can only fault myself for not being used to it so much. But yeah. And I guess another size comparison to kind of throw in just for the hell of it, because it's funny, I'm not going to change this guy's pose, is Godzilla. Now, I don't have him standing upright, but he's about 6 inches, almost 7 inches tall. So, yeah, Godzilla, at least in this pose, is pretty damn short compared to Arcee and even Alita. And then, yeah, that's size comparison. Let's get to the conclusion. Well, overall, I did spend a lot of money to import this figure from China. Yes, it is from China. It is a third-party figure. But if you want my complete honesty on this, I feel it's worth it. Not only because, like, for those who want complete anime, like, fan service, you know, it's there. For those who want a good third-party Arcee figure that isn't a masterpiece official, you know, this is a pretty good buy in my opinion. Posability is great, die-cast parts are really good, they're cold to the touch. Transformation is okay. Like, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good transformation. It's the typical Arcee one, but it's handled pretty well. You've got tight joints, knowing that, okay, these won't break at least for a very long time to come. And then, of course, back kibble is normal on an Arcee figure, no matter if it's a really high-end or just the simple toy that kids are going to get. And, you know, sure, it has certain features, like the switchable chest pieces, but for people looking for that, this is a good figure to get. People who are looking for a good figure that is a good representation of Arcee and can transform pretty damn well, this is a figure for you to get. Hands down. Hands down, I give it a thumbs up. Give it an, you know, I give it a 9 out of 10. I like the figure. And it leaves me a very big impression on just third-party Transformers figures in general. For this is my first one, and I'm glad I started off with a bang. And I mean, yeah, sure, she's got these anatomically accurate, like human-like features on her. Like if I try to fix her position now, she's got the shield on. If I move her arm out of the way like this, I can try to get her leg a bit more outward, like that. And close this one together to have it just sit completely like that, midair. I mean, that works. Because this, to me at least, screams the whole, oh hey, this figure can represent a beautiful woman who can also kick loads of ass. I mean, you saw the stuff she comes with. She comes with a translucent arrow piece for a Cybertronian bow and arrow. She comes with a sword and shield. Jesus Christ, she even comes with her own blaster, which is kind of G1, not really, but still. So I don't got much bad to say about it. I mean, if you're not the type to like the whole human-like features, particularly the feminine, you know, stylizing of this figure, then that's you. Good, that's good on you. You can get the other Arcee figures as well. There are other ones available. But for my money, at least, for the money I spent, which is like $150 with shipping and tax included, this is a pretty good buy in my opinion. This is a pretty good buy. You're getting your money's worth in a very high-end collectible figure, and if it's something to just mess around with, like I do just kind of want to take this figure out of this pose and just put her into either car mode, put her in a different pose, even though I really like this one. There's the one on her card, but I do like this one a lot more. But yeah, I don't have much bad to say about it, because I honestly enjoy the figure. And, well, yeah, I don't have much else to say on this other than it's almost a 10 out of 10 for me. Just some things with the transformation kind of knock it down a bit, but hey, the end product is worth it. This has been a review on Big Firebird Toy EX01 NICEE Arcee. Says on the card right here. Right there. If I can focus, yeah. NICEE, the marketing, they're on point with their marketing. They knew exactly what they were doing, and I can appreciate that. Even though this is like the horny figure, but no, honestly, as like taking this from a more mature approach of like, is this worth the money? Yes, you have my certified approval. Well, not certified, but you have my approval on it. And yeah. The next third-party figure I plan to tackle as a review for this channel is certainly a big boy. He's huge, and hopefully you guys get a good sneak peek of the guy. And yeah. Anyways, that's all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like stuff like this or like my other videos. We want more of them for me, especially. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. Take care.